Hello everyone, this is Merge, and here I'm going to be presenting to you another game that I have been working on as UX UI designer from the beginning to the end, and the whole style, the whole responsiveness and prototyping you see here is created by me. Again, I will be pointing out things like 3D elements or images as placeholders are not created by me. They are provided for my clients and decision makers and their team in order to follow the same consistency. But this is Ertha, and you're already probably familiar with that. You can also see Mars, something that I'll not be addressing. But the idea is, and you're familiar with this video game, if hopefully you can check it out. I have been presenting how I worked on Ertha before. You can click this link here. And this is continuation or even narrowing it down this game into the mobile version, into the specific tapping game format, like I did something really similar and very similar, to be honest, but a little bit different twist as I did with a Venus game, which you also can check it out. I recommend you to go and see it. But this one also will be adapting to the desktop. You will see I'll be presenting it to you. And at the moment when I'm recording, it's still not publicly available. It's about to be released for people to play. And this video will become public only once it will be released. So just letting you know. And also, let's go for this. I'm really happy with the results. Also must say that recently I presented a Moon game. You can also check it out. Moon, I was really happy. With Venus also was really good, as I mentioned. Those two was great. And this one is the last video game that I was working to this point. So I'm finally done with releasing video games behind my back. And I'll continue, hopefully, and looking forward to play with other things, create new games with such expertise. You will see, this is really well done. Moon, Venus, let's say Venus, Moon, and then this one, I would say the masterpiece and expertise that I gained from them. We'll be going through the whole thing. It'll be quite a long video, so I'll be allowing myself to breathe and address nuances to share perspective and user experience and user interface of this thing that I build. It's really interesting to see how it evolves. I'm really happy because if you will check the Ertha that I built before, it was the beginning, and this one is narrowed down, right adaptation to the market, and then I am looking forward for us to come back to continue evolving the whole multiverse, so to say. Let's go into this. So the thing is, I'll come here first. We'll be addressing mobile version, then adaptation to the desktop, and also website of the Ertha that will eventually, I think, will host every other planet that we have here. And you can see professionally, much more professionally, every time I'm presenting, you can see the evolution of my expertise. So this is the cover. So what in this case also, I didn't show it before, right? In other video games that I built, I didn't show, sometimes I didn't show the whole thing. Here, I'll show you a little bit how I sometimes think about the process of how to build it. I always have references of other video games that are equivalent or in the same almost niche to some degree in the market. You need to research, you need to see, you need to use their well-done mechanics and ideas, and of course don't do the mistakes that they did, and always do something new. So I'll show you. So we have Trevian example, one of the best for this video game, because this will be including the kind of CD game. Unlike Venus, you could say this one is bigger than Venus game on a mobile device. So I will be researching and checking screens and connecting. You can see connecting the points, what we're going to take. Now, this is the first phase of information architecture, research, competitive marketplace, and references exploration, and then discussion with the team and addressing what is needed to be included, what is a good idea, what is not, what we can in respect to the commitment, in respect to the budget, in respect to the time. So it's really key. Another interesting game was Cells, a really interesting game, I must say. I really was impressed. The narrative, the storytelling, and also music. Sound design is another thing to pay attention to. Here, I really mapped out really well the system, and it's really relatively interesting dynamic. Really important to see the successful video games on a phone, because then you can replicate things that works, because they already tested that in the market. Really important. I'll not be showing you the parts, but I needed to play, I needed to explore, I needed to register. It's not just playing, but it's actually paying attention and seeing how it plays, taking out the good ideas. And also Trebian also on the phone. So I had a desktop, but I eventually went, of course, with the phone. So I have Trevian and Cell, two games that gave me a good understanding of mechanics and ideas, good solutions, and bad solutions I eliminated. I have some, of course, notes based on what I talk, and also some games, for example, some already research of how I would go about it, like quickly kind of wireframe system and ideas shared. And also, there was another video game that Ertha actually goes back in time as an inspiration for my client, for decision makers on this project. Back in times, the main inspiration of the game I took and I explored what is reasonable there. It's also really good to see something is out there, old school, so to say, that's a good reference to use and see how we can replicate it and achieve. And other things, of course, Venus is also another good reference because we're kind of repeating the same kind of multiverse. So it's important to respect that. It's already proved itself in the market. So Venus, checking that game, it was already tested. I'm really happy to see my game being tested. And that already also proves that we can use some mechanics for our case. And at the same time, it's quite big. So we again need to dumb it down, not to expand too much. So this is kind of behind the scenes, so to say, or before even we start to build the game. So that was the phase. So what are we going to do on here? I'll be building, in this case, for example, like in previous ones, sometimes I really break it down into assets, into the screens, into the prototypes. Here, on another hand, I just build it right away in. Without assets, everything is just in. And assets, I think somewhere here probably, or where they are, I don't know. Maybe I just built it like that, didn't bother. Some connections are there. Maybe I hide them, I don't remember. I do hide some kind of version 1, maybe in version 1. Things are inside, perhaps there. It's getting glitchy because so much. Version 1 also, I must say, very interesting in a way of a dynamic that I was building for the cities and then and interactions. Again, it's always we're expanding and exploring different ways, and then we say, okay, this might be for the beginning too much. Same with Venus, like there was releasing gradual adaptations. Same here, but no need to expand that much complex, but we explore like that. It's really important. Allow yourself to explore different ideas, test it, and then we decide what is the right time right now to release or not. So that's a little bit also perspective here. Now I'll be showing you the prototype itself, but overall I like to show you how everything interconnected as the prototype, the responsiveness is happening there. Style is really beautiful. Again, Venus was inspiration, of course, but you'll see, for example, I split screen of entrance. We'll be addressing the entrance, and then there'll be categorizations like screen daily. That's the screen of daily. This avatar, city, world, resources, and leaders and airdrop. You can see in Venus also we had leaders and airdrop, but this is different, and the rest is different. So I'm kind of categorize them in the responsive. You can see I have screens this time, and then on top of them I put those kind of screens that will appear there, and then they continue kind of into each other. I'm going kind of from bottom to top for some reason, and then I have on here below is like additions, some new additions that we needed to adapt. For example, new additions that I kind of didn't weave into the whole game, but my client needed me to kind of integrate them. For example, when Telegram did, because Telegram game, the Telegram evolves and they had this kind of screen, and then they evolved into this kind of look and feel, and I just needed to show how everything should be adapted. And this is how we can go about it. That was kind of addition. Other additions of showing, interesting actually, new building value provision. Some ideas that they needed later, they evolved the game mechanics in respect to the buildings, what you can do in different buildings, what kind of function they have. So I needed to update for a couple of buildings, the right look and feel and presentation. And other new inventory and forge also, new inventory. I'll be showing, actually checking those at the end as an additions, because you'll see I have different presentation there, but these kind of additions towards the end, that with a mark of development, I think. So let's go into this. And will be interesting to present. It's well done. Let's go into the mobile version. So let me restart. So when we restart, it's reloading. Okay, restart. And by the way, before I go further, let me see. I have different screens. We can enter different version 1. We'll be running probably for these. So okay, restart again. Loading screen. It shows the Ertha, and it shows, you see, the free towers below. And we're going into this loading screen, also really beautiful. And same like Venus, and it's loading. I think I can click, same error style, a little bit different color, different font. And I like to show this like in Venus, you can check it out. And then we go in. So choose your faction, same disposition, same circle we use, but different kind of a little bit, again, better. Every game, like Moon, was an improvement of Ertha desktop, and Ertha a mobile version game, another kind of game. This one is evolution of Venus. Every time you have evolution and sharpness and compactness. I really enjoy building this. And so you can choose. So there will be 3 factions again, right? There was 2 actually factions in Venus. Here's 3. They're really beautiful also, really beautiful position. Right away color. And you can choose which faction you're going to go for. And there's a difference. So you can see that the defenders, for example, and I'll tell you a really interesting thing here. Actually, I was looking forward to share. I thought even to do a separate video on this one, but check this out. You do not. How well thought user experiences interface can be done and how much important that is. Now here, you think it's just done like this and copy and just duplicated. So no, a lot of UX thoughts were behind this. I'll give you one example. This one. It's a big deal. Where you're going to put the percentage information, where you're going to put icon before text or after text, where you're going to put it text, right? And you can put text here, you can kind of level them out on top. It's really big deal. I kid you not. It's the readability of user impulses subconscious response is the key. And when I test, you see, and then when you learn, you sharpen your skill and you see, wow, indeed, percentage is much more convenient to read here impulsively, subconsciously. The icon should be after text, even though I'll tell you, I like order. The icon in front makes order, but it doesn't make it easy to read, kid you not. So my deliberate decision was to put icon out of the text, even though they kind of appear not equal because the letters number, of course, gives the different width. But kid you not, this is the best readability of this information that I have explored that you could build. And you see, I've just gave you one thought behind this. You think about distancing between these elements, the splitting. Can you read this, learn more? Can you click and understand that you can click, learn more? And still space can be sharpened, A/B testing. You can sharpen and find the best. And it's an amazing process. So that's why I always was looking forward to share this information. So back to the game. Choose your faction. Really beautiful. Again, all this opacity, all these colors. It's such a quite experimentation and play. I enjoy the process, the glowiness, the glassiness effect, the opacity effect, the highlight effect, the color selection, icon selection, and size of icon. Kid you not. Anyway, so the difference is like this. When you play for warrior, you have more offense for your buildings. There's more benefits for you to be offensive attacking. Now you can see 20 and 50, right? Speed and 20 defense. When you go with a mediator, they balanced in a way of offense and defense a little bit less, but speed is quicker. They quicken building. They are more into the political, geopolitical, economical. They kind of wise and entrepreneurial, right? These guys are more offensive and attacking. And these are about defense, of course. So your walls will be stronger, at least harder to attack you. Your choice how you want to go about it. Really interesting decision right away up in the game, up front. Really interesting, always changing gender, really beautiful. You can see even this highlight of Silva is changing masculine or feminine. And you can see these guys look entrepreneurial and kind of politically decisive. These guys look offensive, but good tone to their image. Even selection of images so consistently must be presented from my side. I want it to be consistent. These are placeholders that I give to my clients, and they have to follow some kind of references. The best they can follow it, the more it will be consistent. They actually really did good stuff. If you can check them on Telegram, Ertha, Metaverse, you'll explore quite interesting stuff that they built. I really like what they achieved. Lovely, and they also, I can tell from their love and attention, they're keeping up also to do the best. So you can say defensive, a more certain kind of scene life. This is more behind the scenes lady who is operating kind of defense, and lab kind of flavor also is present there. So your choice. I think for the video game's sake, I suspect I had this lady. So we can learn more. That's another thing. It doesn't mean you need to click this icon. You just need to click this image. And I was concerned, can you read it? Can you get it? So like I'm still under the question. I would like to make it even better visible. I want the user to know that you can click and learn more. I think in the overall, if you click on the whole box, it should be possible to read the whole thing. It's just testing and seeing how people respond. So you can learn more about them. You can see it's like similar to Venus, but I would say improved version, much more complete and perfect. Just like I improved Moon based on Ertha desktop. So you can see I like to show some kind of space of atmosphere, how it might look like. You can see the icon and the color of warrior. The text that can be vertically scrollable, and they can put text as much as they want as a narrative story about them, men and women. Story, right? That's the story. Now I click anywhere, so features. The special features. Let me see if I can click close it. Let me see, and I can unselect it. You can see this icon here by select, and the button appears. So well, compact fit. I like it. So learning more, let's see story first, and then we'll see parameters. And I think, yeah, so also such a selection, beautiful representation, the kind of guidance for my for the team to see how to create the 3D, the art, and so on. And then the defenders. Also kind of defensive, more water related, the guard, and lab sense also to some degree. So features, let me see if I can click somewhere to shift between, not really. So the thing is, they have also difference. Again, we're checking these parameters, some kind of description. Defender specials. So this is their defender specials, and they have they can put icons of different like a defense skill, vehicle unit, aircraft unit, defense building. This every faction has their own special building, special aircraft, special vehicle, and some special defending skills. So basically, they have the same, and they can create from game mechanics as much as they want, and this can vertically scroll if it's needed. Let me see if we can learn here. Yes, I'm just different color. Beautiful. So we will, we'll go with this lady. Enter Ertha world. We enter, and that looks relatively similar into the Venus, but it's much more updated, different. I think we even have also 6, but we have these extra menus. I kid you not, it was quite a process to make that compact and effective sense of depth. And these menus, there's play and experimentation. Everything, even websites, digital products, and video games. When I build, there's a moment when you think it doesn't fit right. I have this intuitive, natural process of working, as well as nurture as 9 to 10 years expertise playing with design thinking, and I have both. So the beauty is I cannot, like, I don't sign for unprofessional, incomplete ratio, so to say. I sense something is missing, and when I'm not happy, I'm exploring. And next day, it's always a good idea. And I have intuition, and I have faith in the process. It's exciting. And when you play, you explore something. When I say play, not playing games, but play, like experimenting, exploring, creating, enjoying, you come up with interesting ideas just by trying. And I really enjoy this idea of these extra menus. So let me go into this. I'm allowing myself with this video game to expand and to share with you my perspective. So, okay. Welcome back. So this is a shortcut. It was, so once you're coming to the game and you played the game and you left the game, and after 4 or 5 hours you're coming back, you will always have this pop-up that will demonstrate to you what has happened with your absence. So I'm defender. This is a blue color. If you're warrior, it'll be red, right? If you will be the mediator, you'll be green. So you were offline for 9 hours and 31 minutes. You gained while you were gone. So you gain this, and this, unlike Venus just has dust. But here you have resources. So I gain wood, I gain food, I don't have any iron and gaining, and stone. I have experience gain, no level up, and I can double this gain. This is really interesting what I learned. When you research the games, successful games in the market, you learn some interesting things that you want to integrate to the things that you create. I like this. This is special currency that you can buy from the Telegram currency as well, points. And you can double this. So the point is, when you see it, if you have those extra points, I don't remember the name of them, you can double this result and like your choice, or you can just collect it. So it's really beautiful. You can, wow, I want to double it. That's really clever mechanics of marketing and for video game winning in a ranking and generally. So collect, I'm looking forward for them to finish. It's really going to be real. It's already tested really well. I'm looking forward for them to succeed and see how the game is played. It's better than Venus. Venus was great test in the market, and this one is next game to see in the market. So we'll see here is different, right? Unlike Venus, right? I like to show the long name because it's a Telegram name duplicate here, and I'm showing how it looks like if you have a long name, just for the sake of, again, for the user experience and development. Here is also, again, compact experience. It doesn't show a number, but it shows you where you are approximately. No one cares about a number. This is what I learned. Who cares about the massive number that you have? No one reads that. People want to know that I'm 12th level, and this is how much it moves, slowly moving, of course. 12th level. You can see blue color indicates my faction, and this icon also, but this bronze is indicating my ranking. So I instantly know that, oh, this player is by the color. Of course, the icon also will tell, and what rank they have. This is my extra currency, special currency, and these resources, they can shift. You can see left, right. There was more. I think there was something more there. I think in the beginning, probably money. Yeah, there was also currency, but eventually we decided to remove currency as a money. If there'll be more, you can see we can horizontally scroll. That will be a solution. So, and this is extra units, also interesting. I have a lot of stuff to show you. So can I click the units? But you see, like in Venus, we had just dust, but here you can see how many I generate per hour. And this is how much I have. And this bar demonstrating my warehouse being full or not. That's another dynamic. So I need to be aware that it's a waste if you're generating stone and you don't have space anymore. So you better be thinking about to improving your warehouse so you can store more while you're away, while it's automatically generating for you. Now, unlike in Venus we had a time that was running out, and if time there runs out, you don't have oxygen. That meant that you will not be able to generate anything. But here we didn't have that mechanic. I think I had the idea of sleep, and that's what I actually would like to show you. Actually, it's really interesting. I should show you the first version. Some solutions that probably was more complex. Let me see. I wanted to show to you. So see there, it's interesting. I would love to show. I think I'm going to show you the first version also. So the point was about sleep. In fact, let me show you what we have become, and it's interesting actually to show you behind the scenes how it goes. Oh, it's restarted. Strange. Maybe because I presented the first version, and actually can go right up into the first version into, let's see what's the difference. Let's go right away to daily. Let's not waste time. You can see the difference. So here right now, this is version 1. You can see the difference. All right, you see some critical thing and food. This will not be there. You can see what else? Not much here changed. You can see sleep. So the idea in the beginning was the same like in Venus, but instead of oxygen, because we're on Earth, it's sleep. You're deprived of sleep, and once you're running out of it, and actually I'm showing a different like you can choose when you tap. You'll be tapping and generating, let's say, food. You can quickly shift between and tap with the fingers, and whatever resource you'll choose, that's what you'll be generating if you're tapping using your energy, and that's how it's supposed to work. But I'm showing you. So if you're deprived of sleep, the idea was that you need to sleep. So sleep to recover. You can see this kind of cloudy background. Sleep to recover. Rest for resources to auto-generate. So that's the thing. You run out of this. That was the idea equivalent to Venus. If you run out of oxygen in Venus, like it will not automatically generate these resources. Here's also like if you run out of this time, your resources will not be generating automatically per hour. So you needed just to recover fully. So that was running out. So recover fully by sleeping anytime. So you just recover fully. So you needed to enter the game to recover your sleep. That was the marketing encouragement for players to come and check their game every 30 minutes, so to say. But we decided not to do this. And you can see here we had also more menus. But now I will be going back, and you can see how it looks like, by the way, when I click. This is the silver and the warrior. This is the golden level and the mediator and icon and experience. We did it for sake of demonstrating how it looks like, but also you can see when you're deprived of sleep, this is how it's supposed to show with this escalation mark, danger, and you become opaque. Obviously, you're deprived of sleep when you see opaque image and this escalation mark. So that was the idea, but we decided not to follow this way. This is what we follow, and it's simplified more, and there'll be shop and premium. We changed things because why we need that. And here you can see, it should not be clickable, by the way. Let me restart. It's a different approach. I gave the outline more aesthetically pleasing. And you still, if you choose food, if you tap, it'll be food generating this thing. So you have also health. The point is here you'll be sending your hero into the mission. And this is your 3D as a reference. This is just a reference 3D that will follow to recreate. But here we'll be seeing what storage our character has just for the sake of using this space. Now, let's see what else we have. We can go to let's say these units. And by the way, for Venus also I needed to update the new version, or they also wanted units in Venus, but here what you can do. So it's called Quantum. So you have 34 special units Quantum, and they help you to go progress through the game. So for example, there's like a time pressure, for example. I can buy for this premium points 150 Quantum, for example, and this recommended back because the rest is can not be a good deal, so to say. But you can choose what you want to take. For example, I'm clicking, I want the Quantum. Let me see, I just clicked specifically this one. Okay, cool. Can down and close. So I click it. I want this. So you collected. So assuming I'm purchased, so I collected this Quantum, and I'm going to collect now. Okay. So I'm going to have here 25, right? So that's the thing about this. And we can go to settings. So it's really also self-explanatory, but it's good to explore. So I can select language. And it's beautiful also how these are presented. Outline and tog, how we call it, I don't remember, back or close. And these arrows also was a really interesting design. A delete account also, this is how it looks like when it's read. Beautifully presented. Here you go. Animation done. This is settings. Now let's go here. And that's how I did it with Venus also. I was going this direction of presenting, and we can buy skin, right? But you can click anywhere, the whole thing. It's a little bit differently presented. It's simple. So simpler than the previous one, but I mean, maybe more compact and different layout. So we can see the city also. This is my city, for example. This is the name of my town that I own. And if I'm premium, this is the icon of premium. And I don't know if I can click it, but not really. This should be just indicator that I'm premium or not. And this is how my name fits here, your avatar experience. When you go, that's the thing, you really need to see the numbers here. But if you go here, you can see the numbers of experience, of total, how much, and the defender. So you can buy skin, and that's the 3D. Or I can check the image, my badges, level, and stats. So on stats, you can see that I'm bronze of 1 star and 1,000. So it's ranking, right? And it's a compact way to check, not a compact, but more detailed way to see what I am, because here by the outline, we can see that we are bronze. Okay, so what I can do here. So let's go into this. Let's explore. I can buy skin. It's really similar to Venus, but maybe a little bit updated. Again, this outline blue indicates who I am. You can see here I can shift better, actually improved version. I can shift here actually instantly. In Venus was separate, but here's skin name, right? So the skin name I purchased. This, for example, quantum, right? There can be special skins or premium points. This is a lock. This is what we have selected and we're observing right now. And this is a skin name, like if it takes a full size, and there's a limit of time, this special thing to take. So, presenting different versions. And I think we can click, we can even click these two. Strange. You see? Does it make any difference? No, it's the same. I think it's the same. No, it's different. Right? It's really amazing. So actually build them to click differently. So this skin name that we have. So if you have purchased that, you can observe what you have. So I purchased that, and some descriptive there. Use now. It's used now. So I can really use it. So self-explanatory because it is. So how it looks like when we need to pay something, we can pay. We have these points, and okay, I can buy it. So and I can buy now. For example, this is what it's going to cost. That means I have it. If I don't have enough, that's going to show me I'm on a lock. I cannot really buy it. So I need this amount, and it's on a lock. But I see it's really interesting. I'm not making it opaque. I'm not making lock on top. I need user to see the skin clearly, but I need to clearly them understand that it cannot get it. Not enough points, right? It also says you cannot click these things. So really well improved. So we can also check the image. We can change image. I'm just showing different images here, but picture name, skin name. So by picture, for example, picture name. Again, compact, really well. Back choose. And again, same way of presenting, but images, how they fit, how they present it. Also same here, but lock when it's image like this, it's here. And yeah, I can get this one. And then something I cannot really, okay. For the presentation things, choose, yeah, okay. Back. I think it's really compact and well done. Okay, that's in respect to skin. Now let's go here. Let's see a level. When there's no arrow, that means I can click it. Stats. Let's go to this image. I see. I can quickly go. It's also, it doesn't really say that you can click it because anyways you will find it here. But if you explore things, you'll know that you can get to the image quicker from here. That's really correct. Now all we have to explore here is stats. Let's say, oh, that's interesting. So that's your statistics in the game generally as a character. It's not about skins. It's not about anything. It's level is kind of also here, you could say, but it's general information. So we know your coordinates. You can click and find you and gonna snap. Of course, the defender, statistics, defender factor, faction, image, level, premium, for example, my ranking, my health, offense, defense, speed. What else? And you can see how I did these. Really interesting. This is representation. Like this is actually defense. It's interesting. It's this part, and speed is this speed part. So actually, by observing one line, kind of, it's really interesting. That's what it takes. So anyways, there's always equivalent, so to say. They always must fit this balance between all three of them. Current location, okay. And then we have city. That's his city. And that's the amount of people. That's the amount of warriors. And again, they will change the parameters, I think, in respect to the mechanics, game mechanics. Resources, how much resources you have. World, number of wars, how many wars you have won and lost. And different other information, if we want to put it, can go here. This kind of information about me as statistics. And then badges. And also compact, interesting, beautiful way presented and collected. So you can know I have 4 out of 99. category of theme. So I went a little bit easy. They will decide on icon, they will decide on categories, some game mechanics. I'm doing UX UI really smart way. So this indication when I have it, this indication when I guess reward when I probably hover over. I don't remember. Different ways of presenting information. Category theme also different color. I think each of them have each category have a different color, and you can see the different kind of the what you need to have. I think what's the or maybe price or what do you need to gain? I don't remember, but something I'm showing how it looks like. It doesn't really invest that much, but claim reward, for example, I have one. I can claim, this is the marking when I can claim it reward. So I claim reward, this is a reward. Okay, got it. You get rewards for badges. It's more calling for actually achieving them. That's what I think is my recommendation was. I think in Venus, you don't get a reward, or maybe you get rewards. I don't remember actually. But anyways, it's a really beautiful way that I can see how many rewards I can claim. So I can claim it and I'm going to get it. Okay, we explored the whole thing here. That's done. Let's go from here. We covered the whole top. Premium. So it's really similar like before that we had in Venus here, but it comes here to be equivalent to shop. Shop is not something we presented later, but I think it'll be here. So you can have your shop here. I'll be talking with you about that a little bit later. Let's go back. They'll be able to enter a shop anytime, but also premium. So you can unlock these things. Subscribe. So say this is the price you're going to pay. I'm going to unlock these two. Like immediate unlock, passive perks, like before, and then you become premium. Okay, advance your day, avatar, that's the hero. So we on a day, right? Daily. There'll be city, there'll be resources, world leaders, and airdrop. But there are more menus in each, right? Like we had in Venus, but it is more compact in a way of different style, a little bit approach perhaps. So we kind of explored many things so far. Let me see if I click. I see. In this one version, I showed you version 1. In version 2, you can see I'm showing if I click the portrait, the yellow is actually color. Instead of indicating the faction, it indicates what resource you're generating. And I like this new integration that I had here. But if I click, I'll show you, for example, how it looks like when you have a good amount of storage. Actually, no, it's filling in. We actually too much. We can't carry anymore. But blue also indicating, really interesting, by color code, you can understand. If I'm tapping, it's a iron, but the color I can understand, but also by this color I can say that I'm troubled with weight, and here is like full. Really have to pay attention to, and there's no color shining. It should be wood, but it's really clearly indicating you don't have a space, so it doesn't really matter. You can click whatever you want on wood, and it will not be stored. That's the thing. Actually, it's quite reasonable thing to use. This parameter is important to use actually, because when I click, I see this filling in, and actually I'm actually really smart because I instantly can see, instead of looking here, that, whoa, I need to be concerned. I need to be concerned because I'm full. I need to go and build something. Here also you can see I'm not only changing this information by clicking, also changing the portrait and experience, and also, what else? Some other parameters. Let's actually go for this. You can see that the health, how it looks like when it's lower, yellow. And you can see that this one, when I use this, it just shows how much time is remaining before I can again get this reward. Really interesting, different dynamics I'm demonstrating. You see rewards. So it's really interesting when I learn from other games. Again, health is lower, the golden, like everything just showing different information. You can see here the rewards and tasks, a different layout than in Venus, and compact. So before we go into these, I think let's see if I can click anything here. No. Let's go into the learn also interesting. So, and again, different disposition, different compact, and small screen will fit anyways. Learn, help center. So we can learn about things, what is energy, and read and so on, and it's the help. And then you can go to lore. You can again learn about game seasons. Game has seasons, and then you can learn again about each. Like we're already familiar about this kind of information, but here we have the whole information right away without going between two options. And then like Ertha story and so on. They can put as much as they want, but the idea is somewhere must be game seasons. Like there's a story to the game in that lore. So that's the thing. You can learn about things about what is quantum, what is leader, world, resources, city, daily sleep, and so on. They can put as much as they want. Now here, reward. Okay, reward again, it's kind of encouragement for users to come daily to get the rewards. And again, really compact, beautiful way of presenting. So you can see 2 days in a row in a game. It's really good instant indicator. And this is how it looks like. I already got 2K of food, 2K of stone, and next day free. Beautifully presented, and each of them have their own color. 2K, I want to click it. I click it. It marks yes, and then return tomorrow. And I cannot take it unless I come again tomorrow. I'm doing it back. And here you can see right away timer appears. Going back, And you can see if player will continue, that's good marketing encouragement, at the same time rewards for them. Look, I'm getting food, stone, wood, iron, and then they're going to get it again, all resources. This indication for all resources of them, like you 2k for food, stone, wood, and iron. And then you can get 10% experience, 15% experience, 5, this is good encouragement, 5 quantum, and then exclusive scan. Really well, really interesting, you know. I really enjoy building this one. Yeah. So that's a reward, okay, and then if you took this, how it's gonna look like. This how long you have to stay. I mean, wait until it's gonna come back in 1 day, so to say. Okay, now tasks. That again, really similar like Venus. Here it's encouragement for marketing and for user. For user, they get rewards, but for marketing, they get to check things and spread your awards, so to say, as the game creator. So I completed free, and they can keep on bringing new things, you know, to keep them informed and in a loop as a community. So most famous Ertha purchase, for example, or Ertha token listening. It's at YouTube. So if you click, you watch it. Ertha token listings. So you're gonna watch. It says watch over YouTube. It tells you what to do. You can watch now. I'm gonna take you to the link. You watch it, and it indicates, marks you as you have watched it, and then you'll be able to get these rewards, for example. And this is how it looks like when you have free units of rewards of different kind. This is all resources. You see this icon indicates percentage of experience and minus. So, and then it'll mark you to, you know, watch, and you will have that done. Facebook and so on, different stuff. Okay, and then boost. Okay, boost like before, and we have different recovering boost and hero skills. Oh, really interesting. It's interesting. It was a while since I worked on this, even though I think I worked on this 2025. I don't remember. Yeah, I think so. Maybe Venus I do was in 2024, by the way. Huh. Interesting. So this is also really well done. I will check previous version just out of curiosity to see with you what was there. But we're under the hero. Check this out. We can go to inventory and missions. Stuff to explore. I'll see. Probably will go quicker after we check the rest. So boost. So what happens? Full energy. Again, you can recover. This is the time. For example, when I use, I can boost it, right? So I have this. It shows what energy right now I have. So if I will use this full energy, I'll use the bar, lose the bar, and then my energy will be fully recovered. So you better be using your energy to the lowest, and then you'll use this full energy. But the point is, once you're done. And I'm not sharing probably in this game, but this should be like, you can purchase that. You can full health also. Here is like every day, right? You can use this amount, but here once weekly. This is daily. I can use 6. Here 2 times per week I can use. So I use once, and it's really interesting. You can recover your health. My recommendation was, I don't know if that will be in a game, but a great recommendation is like, and recovers kind of 3 days or something. I don't know, but it says weekly, 3 days remaining, perhaps. I think so. Per week, it's interesting. Per 7 days, I can recover my health twice. And I think it's really clever thing also. And then all resources per day. I can use 5 quantum to get all resources. All resources per tap. It was really amazing. Actually, I'm impressed how really interesting. So this is really interesting. You can use 5 quantum to allow yourself 3 times, I guess, perhaps. That's indicating. So if you will purchase this one, what's going to happen when you'll be tapping here? You'll not be tapping on the food. You'll be tapping all resources. And I think this is really clever and really makes sense that you're going to use a quantum. So my recommendation for the game mechanics. And on boost, this is the recovering boosts. That's another thing. Different kind of, again, content strategy and the user experience. It's such a clever, and testing, building prototypes, such a key relief. So user understands, and it speaks for itself. So hero skills and recovering boosts. This recovering boosts, here's everything that recovers, and you just need to be smart about using them. Hero skills is different. So available skill points, I have 12 points, and I can use. So what happens here? My recommendation, I don't know if that will be in the game, but so as like in Venus. So if I will use, I have 12 points, level up. So this is the amount, how much I can increase the capacity of my energy. I don't remember that. So you can use your points. This is something probably have to be developed better. But the idea was that using your points and those points must be created somehow. Are we in a second version? Or like health capacity you can increase, or multi-tapping. When you tap resources, is generating more resources than once or twice. Offense, you increase your offense. You can increase your defense. There was a recommendation, probably will not be used. Probably it'll be without these menus and it'll be only these, or maybe with the capacity. We'll see what's going to happen, but that's my game mechanics recommendation. It can be developed better with the points, or maybe not points to be used, maybe currency better be used. So yeah, there's, oh, health. I can click health. Available skill points, okay. And then, there you go. No, I found the solution. So you need to, okay, if I want to get health, for example, and I can increase +2, like right now I have 95, right? 90, right? I can get 100 capacity more by hero skill improvement. So in order to do that, I need to use my points. And it's a question how I can get those points is another question. But the point is it shows what I have and what I will have. So I have 75 health of 90, and I'll have +10. It will be 100. That's the situation. It shows you the situation of your current situation, what's going to happen. And to get it, I need to pay 2 points. So, it can be currency, it can be points, their decision, but I can level up in this case. It's really cool. I really like it. So you can do the same with the rest. It's a hero related. And there should be actually speed also category, to be honest. Really interesting. I'm exploring and enjoying this myself. So we explored the whole thing. Let's go to inventory. So in inventory, when you go, what changes? You can see here is a title, avatar, and an inventory. So this changes basically. So what your character can have, it shows you speed also of my character. And this is what elements I can carry. Totally different from Venus. So I can check, for example, the gun that I have. That's what equipped. So you can see I'm under the equipped. I can check my bag. I can check my transport. And you can remember the car from the Ertha. You can check it out if you want. From Ertha previous game, the reference that I have, this interesting sport car. It indicates that I'm blocked. But anyways, this is what you carry. This is what is in your bag. And this is what is in your transport. What's transport you equipped with. So, and different elements. I mean, self-explanatory, hat, and, hands and pants and shoes, rings, and the gun, for example. And I can check the gun, for example. It tells the information, tells the level that I have and that is required. You need 10th level. I'm 12, so I can carry it. It's good. Offense, defense, speed, and some description. Unequip, right? You can unequip. When you unequip, I think it's going to go to your bag. So what else we can see here in a bag? You have a number of 10, and I can check this, for example. Really interesting, I just created this thing, really powerful thing. If you equip during a war, your hero has 30% chance to cause damage of 300 offense points to your opponent. Really interesting tool, but whatever. You can equip, for example, because it's not equipped, it's my bag. If I will equip, it's probably going to go into my hand here, right? And the shoes also, some kind of example. I can carry it. For example, this example, I have level 12, it needs 15, and it does a speed. Really interesting. And it's just reference of image, not enough level. It always will tell you in a button. Again, compact way to present it. Okay. And blue is indication shining of the faction that I am in. And then the transport. So I can have more transports, but this indicates what is equipped. If I'll have second and I'll click on second, this will not indicate as check. So this, we can see that I have equipped this. It gives me 100 speed. It just allows you in the world to move quicker. And let's see, if I'll click on the image of this or here, it'll be different. Okay, so if I'll click on what I have, it'll show me transport name. The image, you should be turning it around, and the speed, what it gives, it's purchased, of course, text, and you can unequip it, right? But if I'll click here, I can go, and it's in the shop. It's same probably like a shop should be. I can go and choose your transport, so I can choose what I want, and just showing, it should be different images, but this is like how it looks like when it's locked. This is how it looks like when you have to buy it for a quantum and equipped, right? So, and so that's what I have. It's here, right? This is shown what is selected. Let me see. Yeah, so you can see in the background also there's an image of the car. Yeah, so okay. So yeah, and I can choose, right? And that's kind of a loop. So that's about inventory, about missions. Let's go into the missions and then we'll explore more. So with missions, you can see we're kind of staying in the same daily. And the point is you send your hero simultaneously into the missions as a narrative, as a story. And what happens here, you have this decode for the future and fortune. There'll be two of these games like we had in Venus, but they separated from hero. They came to the mission because they kind of story narrative related. And then you can just check your quickly your offense, defense, and speed. Quite a clever way. And the same, you can see position of this icon. It gets an X, and it's basically you tap with the finger, hold, and release, and you can see that information. attributes, 300 total points. It's a total 300 total points. And here we see what happens. So your hero location, it tells you where you are in the city, you'll see, and send on a mission. Right now, there's a compass indicator, so nothing really happens. So it's actually hero is at home, so you can send on mission by clicking here. I'm going to send mission, and you can see we can check a lot of stuff. So currently, well, because nothing really happens, hero is at home, nothing really happens. Oops, I clicked the wrong thing. The shortcuts kind of things. Here I see it's a shortcut to show you, but give me a second. We're gonna click here, and you see because nothing happens, no current mission. So available lease and completed. So here you'll always will be able to see what is available. You see I'm completed 2, and you can check them. For example, check. You can explore them more, but this is what happened. I needed that level. It kind of your people power completed. Time it took and level it needed. And then what is available. And here I'm showing the different dispositions. So you can see what reward you're going to get, and you see what's needed. So first military, for example, it will take hero 2 hours before you'll be able to send it hero on a mission. So it's just hero will be away. And that is the level required. And when you see the different color, it starts to kind of indicate this medium and hard. Like you can send it, but there's a big risk that you're going to lose it. And hard red is like it's locked. You don't have access. It's too much. And also the premium, like you need to. Or maybe this is reward, I think, or reward, or what do you need to pay? I don't remember. We'll see when we'll click it. So we can click this one. Really interesting. So that's what with Venus I didn't have a chance to show you. In Venus we haven't presented missions yet, but in Ertha here we presented. So I click and you can check the mission. You can read about it. It's easy. That's what it means with easy, right? My level is 12 and 7 plus. Of course, that's why it's easy. It will require me 60 minutes. So like 2 hours, so 60 minutes. It will show me, I need to pay. That's what I need to pay in order to go to mission. That's really clever, right thing. So this is how much I have to pay and how much I have. And it's all good. So, and then reward, I have no clue what reward will be. I can start the adventure, right? And then I can check how it looks like when the mission is not visible. There's a lock and its opacity dropped a little bit. Makes sense why I cannot unlock. To unlock, I need to be premium. That's also the point. Some missions will require you to be premium. That's really clever. And level 40, of course, it will require this time and some description of rewards, fulfill requirements, right? And this is required really well. It's really user responsive oriented. Let's go here. So I will show you, I think, what's going to happen. So I think I can start adventure. When I start adventure, it becomes under the current, right? So you can see the process of the time. We could always come and check. You can cancel mission. That's also, and you can instantly actually finish mission by paying quantum. That's also a clever way to do it. So if I will click this image, we'll see how it looks like when it's finished. And I think there was time. Let me actually cancel. Let me restart that. I noticed something there. When we're in a game, I want to start adventure. Yeah, there's a time. So here's time, here's time. It's always there. So I will go right, and here it's complete, right? The time where disappears and it indicates it's done. So I can actually claim reward, and okay, I'll do that. And it states the results. So the point is you can win or lose mission. And again, if your level, of course, is equivalent or bigger, more chances you're going to win. And so it tells you the story. This is how it looks like when it's done. Check, done. You win, right? And it tells the story. It demonstrates the health situation. I had 75. I got harmed 44. And this is the results that I have, and shows what I have lost and what I have remained. Really interesting way to present the right parameters of health. And here, what rewards I gained. And this is quantum. Yeah, that's really good. All resources and so on. I can confirm, and I think I can click to show you how it looks like if you lost. Here you go, X. So you lost. Of course, you will not because it's easy. But this is what it looks like when you minus. It always will leave your hero with 1 point of the health. Your hero never dies. You're just gonna be damaged. That's the thing, to the lowest, and that's what happens when you lose. So it goes back. Hero goes back to the station, to the city, but with 1 point of health. And if someone attacks your city and your hero happened to be there, you could use your boost, to recover your health if you still have 2 or 3 times per week. That can be a good way out. So yeah, really interesting. And he regenerates, I think, per time. So this is how it looks like when you're lost. So you can accept and confirm whatever. And that's it, right? That's how it goes. It goes to the completed version. You can see it appears in the complete collection. So, and then we continue. So done. And how it looks like here when I send, for example, my hero, how it looks like on adventure first military. That's the name of the mission. It's an adventure. That how long it takes, and this progress is here. And the image indicates the image of the mission and the hero that is on the mission. And then when I click that it's completed, this is how you see when you come here and see, oh, my hero finished the mission. And you can just, it's review the results, and you'll be able to see the results. But here it just restarts. So that's the idea about the mission. Really clever, the whole thing about the daily. You generate resources, shifting between them. You have to make sure you have enough warehouses. You experience your health, constant reward and tasks, boosting, inventory tools that help you to be in a game further in here in city, also in leaders. I think leaders maybe not, but city. Mission also kind of updating and tools and everything helps you to progress in mission. And the strength of hero, I think, is also the key for the city's wars. So that's the daily. Let me check, actually. I'm curious what we have in a daily first. What's the big difference here? Premium here. You can see how we shift those rewards. Those are pretty similar, same. Boost was like that. You see, I didn't categorize them into two different types. Sleepless ability was the idea. That's really interesting. Inventory, a little bit different. Yeah, here was like kind of storage that you could have, but we changed how many transport you have. Missions. Yeah, basically quite similar. Let's go back. So daily. Now let's go into the cities now. It was quite a big. I think the further we'll go, the less it will be, I hope. Let's go into the cities. Again, the escalation mark indicates something needs your attention. This is what also something happens in the world. So in a city, okay, really, really interesting. And I'll show you what was before that also in a second. So what happens here is that this is your city, and you can have more than one city, I think. So you can always go to learn. Again, we're already familiar with that. I'm going to go into this, and you always can go to the premium if you want to. This is how it looks like. Opacity, everything is really responsive in respect to the background. So these two are here, and this menu also there. So we're familiar with that. Now what I can do, I can subtract this out, but I'm just clicking to be quickly. So I can drag it out and see all my cities. I have 3 cities, and I can ship it from them. Right now we're current. We're in Gigropolis. Has 12,000 people. And we have other, for example, Maximus, for example, the maximum number of players. And we can view them. You can just shift quickly between your towns with that side menu. That's clever. That's convenient. Now, you can see the amount of players. And I think I can click this one to see. Yeah, okay, we'll be shifting like that. Give me a second. We'll go back. Before we'll continue, I want to with you to check what we had before in a version 1 in the city. Look, in the beginning, you see the different city. This is the real, what's going to be in the game. And this is what I hold as a placeholder, how we could go about the city. And here you can see I had this stripe, beautiful, also long stripe here, but I decided to give it away. The idea in the beginning was that you have people of citizens, and then you have military units. It was interesting game mechanics in the beginning. And again, as mentioned, there are different ideas you bring, but then we choose one that is a correct choice for the game. Let me see what I have inside. So here I can drag it out. And this was an interesting idea. The idea was that you will be able to have only one city. In the beginning, it was thought that you can have one city, I think. So there was no need to show more cities. And here you could have like general information about your city, right? How much military you have, how much citizens you have. World, number of wars, how many wars you had, and how many you lost. Health. Daily, for example, storyline. That's the general information. Storyline of your hero, how many missions you fulfilled. Rewards and tasks. This is general information for you to check about the city. This is overview, right? Oops, that was wrong. I clicked somewhere wrong. And then progress. You can check the progress. There's a hero mission. It's a really quick way was the idea to go into it, like a review. For example, hero mission is complete. This is something complete, and right now hero is in this mission. What is under the construction right now? Stone Reserve was a review. It was completed. This city walls are under the construction right now. Or military trains. I'm not capable to. So there's different categories, right? There's hero missions, constructions, military training, resources construction, world events, like New Alliance, for example. I have Jasmine, Paris. And this really interesting way quickly when you're in a town to quickly go and see what is happening overall. This is free progress, for example. Review. That was the free indicator. Critical. 7 things critical. Daily, for example. Sleep deprived. Your hero needs to sleep. Yeah. City. This one. Stone Reserve. level downgraded due to loss of in war. Really interesting. Okay, war events, war at your city in 2 minutes. And so you could see red kind of alarming. Hero army lost. Linus Gregorius lost this army. New enemy. Wow, resources. Full. Your reserves are full of the stones. Food is overconsumed by military units. So it's a really interesting way to present quick information. That was the first, and I actually really like it, but it's a different little bit approach towards the game, right? We will go to a different direction. You'll see this is the first version from that point. Now, what else we can see here? We could enter and see the, it's interesting. Okay, I'll get to the point. Let's go into the city of the reality. So the point is, it's simple now. You can just shift between your cities. We use this menu. You don't need the whole information. And there's no name here, or there's no military units. There's just citizens. It's a little bit simplified. So here you can see we have units, and this is different buildings that you can build. And that's how it looks like. So we can build it, and when I click the name, it will progress with you. But the point is, for example, here, free war is happening in this time, right? For example, we can go and check it out. Incoming, for example, attack from this player. This is the level. And the point of war is that you do know what military units they have, and you don't have any support on your side, and this is the attacker. They are offending. You can locate them. This is the faction, this is the name. And it's incoming. It's incoming war. That means someone is attacking you. Now, outgoing, it's we sending the army. So we attacking, or defender, for example, as we are, right? It's from, okay, incoming attack from Jade, right? And here's like outcoming attack with. So, Jasmine, yeah, so something more to think about keywords, but I don't remember actually. Is this we attacking? I'm going to report. Yeah, I think incoming, we sending this army. And this is attacking and reports. You'll see I'll be presenting that. We'll always can check the war situation, then construction, something under the construction. And you can see, you can all instantly, this is the construction mode right now. So something, this is what is under construction, also showing different units to show that it fits. So this is how it looks like, right? These buildings are real, going to be in a game. So, and you can see how much time it's going to take. And they build one after another. So this is under construction. Once this one done, this will be continuously under construction as well. And it's kind of, I think it means what it's going to give you, like military units, but we changed the dynamic a little bit, so there'll be no military units. And this is how long it takes. And then it'll go this one and this one. That's how long you have to wait, the days and hours. And you can just pay 10 quantum, and you can build everything instantly. Right, here you go, quantum. So that was kind of the idea of construction and army. Actually, no, actually it makes sense. This is the military units. So army-wise, so you can see your army, for example, in this town right now have 1 soldier and rangers, 128, and 0 tanks, for example, and there'll be more for them to decide on game mechanics. I can locate them, but we know it's in a town. This is mine, and they consuming this food. The idea was that they consuming food. I don't know if they're going to do that, but that's what I left there. Observing second person, yeah. So that's a really interesting dynamic that not only you generate food, but you can go negative if you're actually not generating enough for the military. I don't know if that game mechanic will be in the game, but that's the idea. Then we have allies, for example. Allies in respect to probably in your town who moved into defense, perhaps. So you can see their units, their faction. You can locate them. The level, of course, their faction and the, I don't remember that unit. A total unit of soldiers. And then you have Sage. So I have allies here. It's interesting to see. So you can send your armies in places. So you can instantly check the armies for, why 4, by the way? Just probably for the sake of demonstration. I have armies, you have construction, and you have wars. Quick entrance. And so we can build, for example, this is the zeros. So we can build 10. All of them, I think, have 10. This is the wall demonstration. This is location on the map, for example. So I can click, and this is what is available and what is locked. So available, of course, I can build it. It means I have enough. And locked is something that's just not enough. And it's pretty clear. It says gain resources. Pretty self-explanatory. Red, I don't have it. I can check it right away here, what I have. And that speaks lock, for example, smelting facility. I need level 3. And main building, I need level 5. So I can build it. So it's embassy. And it's academy. An image, it's not right for academy, but I just use whatever we have there. So what is available, for example, you can see that it's a warehouse, 10 levels all of them have. And these are the resources it's needed to build. So I have them, you can see, and it's going to take me 2 days to build it, and it's going to give me the 1,800 food storage. Good. So for example, if I'm running out of food and I see it in more space, I better be building it. So barracks gives you more units of soldiers to build. Actually, it's correct then. And then the population, I think. I don't know. They will change the units probably based on them. So that was the presentation. So if I'll click the name, I'll show you how it looks like when we progress through the game. You can see that this town built the walls. You can see that we have free. Yellow means under construction. White circle means that's okay. Red is probably something is needed there in our attention. And you see we have wall 10, for example. Green indicating you fully built this. But interesting to see how city develops. And this looks again when we can build something new. We're already familiar with that. But if I will click something that we have, so I can observe this, right? It has this function. For example, yellow, that means it's under the construction, I think. Yeah, under the construction, you can see this icon. So can I click this? No, red. Let's see what's red. Yeah, I cannot progress that. So this thing, it makes sense. So I cannot really progress this one to build. So it's level 1, but I can enter. I can see it's a lock. It will give me citizens. It will use my energy, food, and I have zero level. That should be 1 though. But requirements, you can see the requirements and current. Whatever I give level up effect. So it gives you some kind of parameters and description. Fulfill requirements. Requirements are here. If I go to, for example, something under construction, it will give me units. I'm going to use my food. This is what it shows. So when 4 level, I'm entering 5th. I needed that clear demonstration. This is how long it's going to take to build it. Yellow color indicates kind of building. I can cancel construction if I want to, and you can instantly build it with 2 quantums. And yeah, this is how it looks like when it's built, and I can use it. So you can see apply general. Let's see. This is what it costs, right? Yeah, this is under construction. I see. We can build it. Yeah, here we cannot because I see. Here we need woodcutter level 1, wood warehouse free, and 5 level of main building. That is why I cannot build it. But here, for example, I have resources, so I can build it. So I can level up, and they're going to give me some stuff in the indicator. So that will be next. Let's go further. This is how it looks like when you build everything. Really beautiful to see all buildings, real buildings that they have generated, and really beautiful. So this is the ideal full city. And if you click, you'll see just how it's going to look like. So that is what is city like in this game for what going to be actually built. And my version was, let's see, it was really beautiful imagery, actually, recommendations. Let's see, this is not my version, it's just first version of this game. Let me see what it was in an army. Okay, that was a little bit different dynamics. So when you go into cities in the previous version, in the first version, there was city, enemies, and allies. It was not incoming, outcoming. It's in city. Right now, this is what's going to happen, right? The city going to be attacked. City from, yeah, there'll be attack here. Enemies and allies. Yeah, probably. I don't remember. You attacking. That was okay. Enemies. You attacking enemies. Oh yeah, the keywords needed attention. Here was I was showing citizens and warriors. But I'm attacking. This makes sense. I'm attacking someone, and I can locate where I am attacking, and this is where I'm getting this attack. And sooner or deadliest. So interesting. I recommended to shift between the something that's really quickly happening. You could shift and see, and soonest or deadliest. I was some kind of ideas. It seems I had construction. So it was a little bit different here. You can instantly build quite similar, but just imagery recommendation. But they went with 3D. It makes sense. Let's see what we could do. We could press this, and the idea was a little bit different, but I like what we did. I like what we achieved, actually. Really well done. Beautiful imageries. Generates citizens and reduces. It was also really good separation, to be honest, to quickly orient, but it's okay. And apply train. Interesting difference. Soldiers. So you can train soldiers, and yeah, you can put the number how much you want to train. You're going to train them, and they're going to be in progress. It should be the same, actually. Military. Wait. There was something, another military. Yeah, you could shift between them. Oh, also available unlocked. Beautiful buildings. This is how it looks like when it's locked. So yeah, again, game mechanics needs for every building needs to be having some function, and you'll see once they had an idea for game mechanics for every building the function, it'll show you what I came up with. Army, we check the army, and we check war. Okay, what about army? Yeah, quite similar. Yeah. Travel, army that is in the city, army that is traveling, and army that is in the war. That was also an interesting approach. I don't know if that's reasonable, but that's okay. And enemies, cars and enemies. Yeah, it was a lot of dynamic to explore. So that was the previous version. That was first version. The second version became like this, and we see the reality. Let me see something. Actually, we're supposed to be able to go into the barrack and train. Let me see. Maybe here as a quick apply. No. Locked. Maybe not presented here. Let me see. Avatar buildings. There you go. It's a previous version. It's a first version, right? If I'll go back here in the city. Yeah, we should get to this one though. I don't remember where. Interesting. Maybe lost the track, but anyways, I will show you anyways here. So we can see also actually how it looks like when you have a wall. It gives defense. Yeah, probably some of them were disconnected under the construction. Or maybe we saw it. Anyways, let me see. That'll be army. We checked it. So yeah, the only thing is when you, for example, want to train in a barrack, or maybe I know where we can check it out. Actually, give me a second. I think when we in a full, no, we can't do that yet. Apply, no, okay. I don't know, maybe disconnected, maybe something I had moved. I don't know. But anyways, this is what happens. So the point is when you build barrack, you can train there. So you will be able to train soldiers, for example, rangers, and you will be able to, horizontally scroll them like this. And then you can choose units, this indicator for that icon as a soldier and rangers. And then you see what it costs, how much you're going to take, time, and so on. So it was really clever also, and I'll show you later. Okay, let's go to the resources. This is also interesting. So here the idea again, because you generate the resources, you choose how to, let's see. So again, you have this always menu to shift between towns, just in case you need it. But you can see under the resources, you can have free areas, and it will be quite simple actually. You can see as if we actually have 4 places of generating this metal. 3 of food, 12 food, 2 wood, 3, 19 stones. And the example only will be clicking this one. So I'm going to click this food and you'll see. So it's locked. And let me see. So I have 3, right? We know that we have 3 here. And you can see 12 is like the solid circle is like, I think it's not complete or maybe complete or something is in the process. But here I'll show you different versions how it is. So I have 3 out of 10. It's locked because I need these requirements and fulfill requirements. If I click, I'm just going to show different versions. This is how it looks like when our requirements, like not anymore are buildings to update, but actually problem is with resources. And here it will generate. If I'll build this crop field, it will be generating me plus 30 per hour of food. That's really good. Also, one player should be concerned about warehouses also to be up to date. So here you can see that I have 720 and I need 180. And I think it should be reversed, but it's okay. So here, for example, I have 0. Oh, this is what I have. Yeah, I need 9. I know it's correct, actually. This is really correct. So I need 9 metal, you can see, but I don't have any. Here I have a lot. Here I have a lot. And this is also not enough. It's really instantly you can observe and say, okay, I don't have wood and I don't have iron. Makes sense. So I need to fulfill requirements before I can progress. So this is how it looks like when I have everything. So lock disappears and I can build now. And I have everything. So when I do that, it's going to go under the construction. I can always cancel it, and it indicates that I'm building number 4. It's under the construction. And it's going to be generating me 30 per hour, but I also can do instant unlock. So that's kind of the cycle of those things. So they help you to generate more of these resources, but then you should be concerned about improving your warehouses. And also you can help yourself clicking these tapping and boosting and so on, and going into mission and so on. So that was resources really quickly. Let me just quickly check with you if we have any extra stuff. Yeah, same. Not much. Only the icon of the metal you can see we changed, but resources were, no, just location basically. Yeah, nothing really changed to be honest. Okay, let's go to the world. Now the world is, here you can see we come here. Always can check my cities if I want to. But here actually, oh, interesting. This is, we're in the first version. I see, I'm in the first version right now. Let me see if anything changes in the second version of the world. Some more introduction, but basically it's almost the same, but let's go only showing you the second one. And that was the idea, was to show the kind of cities. I don't know, I'm not showing probably in the second one. Maybe I didn't really spend that much time on this, but seems like okay. I know, because the idea was in the beginning, the idea was that you have a town on a hex, but here, then we decided that the hex, you can enter into the hex and see towns inside. That's why no towns here. But anyways, we can see this is my city. I can locate my city right now. I can search. When I enter search, you can see what happens. This menu disappears, and this opens up. So I can actually search by coordinates. I can search by hex identity, or I can search by the player. So here, for example, I can put coordinates XY and locate, or I can find the identity of the hex, or I can just find the player. I was really clever, really quickly to seek. You can see the coordinates here, and we can move around the map, and you could zoom in, zoom out. Let me see if I zoom out. It's the kind of trick that if you click of any of those, it zoom in. So this is how it looks like when you zoom in. Again, for example, here map 3D is a reference. It could be better, but I need to respect their abilities in respect to the 3D and the development. It's massive map to build. It's quite a challenge. So I needed to not to make it too complex. So for the beginning, this is the reference that I have. And then when you zoom in, it's also reference that I have. It's a placeholder. It's a reference. So I wonder what they're going to achieve. But with rare sources, this is a real image. Cities, this is real situation. And this will be changed. Images will be changed, right? And here, let's go back. So this arrow, you see, it will always, when you move on the map, it will indicate where is your city. So here, for example, we see that, okay, here I see this hex, for example. This is the defender and owned. So the player can own hex. And this indicating what, I don't remember, let's explore. And you can see these empty, I think. So you can buy hex or you can buy city. So if you actually own hex, I think you kind of have rules for the cities. And you can buy cities also, I think. So here you can see it's indicating golden. I think it means it's our city. That's the Gigropolis, I suspect. And so I will be entering some of them so we can explore. Let's see. Let's enter this one, for example. What's going to happen? Okay, I can. It's interesting. So, okay, I can enter the parameters of that, right? Yeah. Okay, got it. So we're going to be entering the information of those hexagons. You can see the coordinates, and that's the hexagon. That's how it looks like. No one owns. When it's green, it's this opacity. No one owns it. So that means actually it's in this category of the common and different complexities. We can see that the hexagon owns 2 cities and the empty lot. So actually I can bind those and I can purchase the hex for this amount. It's interesting. So I can zoom in here. Okay, I see. Now I understood. What we have here, we can see that this is rare. This is the owner of the hex. Third, he's actually a leader. Really cool. And we can locate, we know the coordinates. Actually, you say you can have the hex number and coordinates, insert them on the map, and you can remember if you want to. You can locate the player if you want to, and you can check the player also. And you can see this hex owns 4 cities. There's one more city that no one really have, so I can actually buy it, but I'll be under the rules of this guy, this player. And we can see that we have city names, just on different categories. So owned, and I can just zoom in into this hex. This is kind of dynamic. This is what happens. So this is indicating indeed this icon. It indicates this owner of this territory is this faction. It's really interesting actually. And then you can have this one. So this is ours. So you can see, okay, I'm the owner, and this is my level actually, and I'm the owner. And there's one empty city. Actually, really cool. If I buy this city in this hex, I own my hex and I own 2 cities. That's really great. And I can enter. This is my city. I can enter. If I'll do it, I'll come to my city. So that's the dynamic. Let me go back, zoom out, and I can buy. For example, if I'll buy, I'll say, okay, purchase city for this amount, and then I will have it, and I'll be in my list then. Really interesting, actually, clever dynamic. Only I would love to improve 3D look and feel, something to the level like we have here, something like that also, something in that flavor style. Yeah, I keep zooming in. I don't know why, but you can see, you can zoom in and select it. So let's see if I can select. Let's go first into the empty lot, and I can buy things, but I will zoom into this, and you'll see. Here you go. You zoom in. This is the indicator that no one really has it. Normally have the ownership, it's green, and these also empty lots. This is where cities will be. Really beautiful again representation and example how we can demonstrate it. And imagine you actually can move around. I think when you zoom in, you cannot move around the map. You can see the hex name, you can see the location, you can search. So I'm going to zoom out, and here you should be able to move around the map left, right. Now, if I go, for example, to my own, I'm going to zoom in, and you'll see my city, right? And the golden is your ownership, and this is the indicator of your own. So I can buy, I can click and enter my town. Let me go back, zoom in, I can click this, I can purchase that. Okay, yeah, so that explains. Zoom out, let's come here, let's zoom into this one, and there'll be 3 cities. And you can see the idea of demonstrating here. One, you can purchase, I can buy it if I want to. Here you can see, that's interesting actually. So we can see this, so we can see faction, we can see this no one owns. You can see that this is owned by the mediator. We see that this is defender, that this is mediator, and this is the warrior. And you can see this indication your relationship with them. So this is I'm at war with this guy. Here I'm ally, and here we have no relationship or whatsoever. So you can see right away the dynamic of your relationship. Or we can click. Oh, I can click this one. Oh, it's interesting. It's a clever way actually to go quickly. This should be better, I think, indicated maybe pulsating or something. I would love to improve that, but it's okay. So you can actually quickly enter the hex also when you zoomed in instead of going back. That makes sense. So what happens? We can check this. What happens? I can go and check the city. That's how it looks like when you check the city. So I'm checking the city. I'm see, okay, is this Singaporea, warrior city? You can check reports, but you can see they are allies, right? This indicator, we allies with them. Distance. This is how far it is from your city or from you. I think how many hexes is far. This is the Ruby. She's owner of this town. Oh, she's in the town. I remember, but this is the city. So I can attack the city or can send support. Actually, I don't remember. It's interesting. So reports. Also, reports demonstrates what happened. One attacking city, for example. Today at this time, I won and I was attacking, or I lost and I was defending. Right, the different information you could be able to check information. Here you go. Actually, really interesting. It's interesting. So I can check this information. This is what happened with the war. We'll get to the point. I'll be showing you the war dynamic, and so we can attack. It was actually more complex situation with a previous version, I think, that I presented. So we needed to simplify. But let me see. Actually, I can attack. Well, this ally, of course, is weird, but I'm gonna attack. So what's gonna happen? I'm attacker, and this is defender, and I can see my units. So I will be attacking, and these are my units, but I cannot see her units, so I can cancel. It's just well, that's what's gonna happen. And if I'll confirm what's gonna happen, I won. For example, it will show you the results, right? I'll show you the date when it happened. You won at this time, and it'll show what happened. I lost this amount of rangers. That's all I had, and 24 survived. In their case, they had 10 soldiers. We didn't and 1 tank, and we destroyed it. And you lost resources. They lost resources, right? These are the resources they lost, and then you confirm, and then it becomes the kind of the information that you can read as a report here in reports. And that's wrong entrance, by the way. Yours and all. You can check your reports, all reports. And here you can see that you lost, opponent won, for example, as an example, right? You lost these resources, buildings downgraded. That's the thing, that's the challenge. This is a really problem that you can actually, you build the buildings, but they can be downgraded due to war. So you better be defending your town. And yeah, so it was interesting. Let's restart. Let me see if any other dynamic of the war I should be showing you. Yeah, but we simplified, kid you not. That will be much more complex. Yeah, we covered all cities. We're getting to the end with this. But I wanted to check world before. So before was just city on a hex. That's all. That was as simple as that. And that information was like that. Okay. So idea was that you could go see the city, city development. It was actually interesting. I think that's a really good idea to see percentage-wise about the city, how well this city is developed. Instantly, you can see the city population and wars and citizens, resources situation, how many wars, and basic information like you could. And I think we could go into the negotiation. That was something we didn't went with. So reports first, same, right? Lost, for example. Yeah, that was already developed back then. Really good. and negotiation. So the idea was that I think this actually was really good. I think it will be good to see that in the game, but it's okay. So here, negotiation is showing you me negotiating with that owner of that city. So I can see the name, I can see the level, premium or not, leader. I am, think who you're talking to, so to say, and that's me. That's the someone who I'm negotiating. So I can decide we are allies. And what I'm going to do, I can support the war, I can end alliance, I can become an enemy, I can attack the city, I can cancel friendship. I think this is really cool dynamic, to be honest. But I think it's just maybe it was too complex to build in a development and such. So I'm actually really, really happy I explored that. I think that's all we could check as an addition. Actually, there was not that much to show you additions. Let me see actually what do I have there. Because basically I presented, there was a little bit different dynamic. I think the difference was a big one in search. Actually the same. I thought there would be more work for searching. Yeah, it was really good. Well done. Okay, let's go to the leaders and we'll go to the second final variation. Interesting actually, airdrop while leaders are not there. Okay, whatever. So leaders. So we see how many players. We can refresh and we have these filtering. So I can go to the filters. Or I can just go by the different categories. I want to see only defenders. And in my rank, I can just, how to say, interesting. My rank, I can locate myself. Rewards, also the idea was for explaining the rewards, how it works. For example, if you are bonus per referrals, for example, I think if you refer in this level, you'll get more benefits. I don't know, something like that. I don't remember. But there's mechanics and recommendation, like double more if you're premium. Really interesting to think how to present properly and aesthetically and clear to read information. Let's see. So we have level 1, like this is the golden, right? These are the leaders, so to say, the city, their faction, city, citizens and warriors. Is this really? Yeah, second. Probably because it was in the same. Yeah, probably didn't change. Anyways, so show all between, and then we can see the lowest. And yeah, it's the lowest and show in between. So just quick, this is rank based apparently. My rank, you can just, okay. When you click my rank, it's gonna snap to you, gonna show one ahead, one behind. And you can see I'm just for the sake of presentation showing who's the last. We are last in the bronze in the store. The rest will be without the level, without the bronze, you can see. So there's a lot of coding showed here. She's win-loss, for example. It's much more important than citizens and the military. I think there was more attention eventually evolved into. But the idea, you can see the different ranking right away here. Then referrals, also like before, there's people that I referred into the game. Here, factions is not a big of a deal. I think it's like they can choose any factions. It's not like you cannot see like in Venus. You can invite, you can see bonuses again for invitations, referrals, for example. If I refer 10 people, you'll get this reward, 100 and so on. It's really good. Then you can copy, invitation link copied. And this is the person who I referred. And then you can check my friends. And that's really, I think, the good one. Add friends, so you can add them. And you can check, for example, your friend information, check the parameters who are already familiar with you. You can check the data about them. And then I think in this game it's really fun because you can play with your friends and fight with each other. It's exciting on the map and so on. I would love to give it a try. Looking forward to give it a try because it is a real game. So airdrop, again, basic 6 things, kind of quick thing to show you here. And this is the points, this was withdrawables, similar like Venus. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think I covered everything. Yeah, oh yeah, this is the mobile version. And I actually had a different version, by the way. I'll show you shortly with the CDs, but I'll not go into the depth. And they initially, let me see, they are under the lock. Yeah. So initially was the idea for the cities. You see, there was evolution. So there was the idea to give these options of building resources, but it was too much clicking a game like in Venus. So the idea was quite go to direction like building cities in a Venus fashion. You can check it out. But we decided not to go this way. The idea was to go more building cities like in Trivian game. And I'm really happy that we actually pivoted in a different direction. But the rest, you see, there was a lot of decisions how to build things. Clever, took time, was interesting, beautiful design and mechanics, but it was not reasonable to fulfill it, and that's totally correct. Now, check this out what happens first. I will not go deeper into the desktop perhaps, but let's see. So what can happen? There was a need to evolve and adapt the game from the mobile into the desktop. And now we have to be clever about that, again, to respect not to make too much work for coders and for user orientation. So the idea is just, it's basically the same mobile, but we're going to just expand it to the desktop and try to make it look pleasant and pleasant to play and clear to orient. So I was just going to run with you relatively quickly and show you the desktop version, and it's basically just adaptation into the look and feel. It's not going to be showing the whole thing. And again, I'm going to load. Let me see. Yeah, shows the Ertha, appears up and loading. You're already familiar with that. Now you can play now or first time. So let's play now. Email, password, and you can go with Google. You can confirm and you enter, right? I'm not going to explain you the whole mechanics. You're already familiar, but you can see how we expand that and adapt it aesthetically. It also took some time to make it aesthetically pleasing. You can see how we put the title below. Apparently we can click title. This looks like when you just came and received, right, the double gain and so on. So premium, shop, and learn going to be there. So they'll appear exactly the same. And you have the settings there also. Really, really interesting to see. You know, you see, we don't apply blur. I want user to know and see what is behind. It's more darkened. And basically, it's really similar. And we can see, really interesting, actually excited to see, you know, how it's adapted. You can see the defender, the experience. It was fun. You know, you can tell it was interesting to think about these things from my side. Quantum adaptation, beautiful. Resources like that, health, and let me see, boosted full energy. Okay, wow, beautiful. And skin. Okay, that looks like this. And we can see, yeah, we can choose like this. So it's like, you know, I needed to adapt that it disappears. It was okay with me that it disappears there, not the circle that cuts them. It was good. There's a line. Really convenient, really clear. Images. Pop up. Yeah, back. Yeah. Status. Yeah, we're familiar with that. Badges. Yeah. Let's see what else we can see with you. Rewards. No. Tasks. Boost. Hero. These options became like buttons instead of kind of page notes. Here also, let me see what else we could click here. No. Inventory. Okay, shifting. So yeah, I'll not go into everything, but it's explaining the same thing. Here you see, you can just hover over and you see it. Go city. City was, you can see the full map is bigger map, so you could move a little bit. You can see really interesting, beautiful adaptation. Kid you not. Really convenient, like cities. You can see cities here, right? Wow, beautiful. I would love to even play the desktop. It's a little bit updated. Beautiful. Yeah, I don't mind to play one or mobile or desktop. This menu really beautiful. Also, wow, it was fun. I'm impressed. Really beautiful. It even feels like much more pleasant to play on a desktop. I would love to give it a try. You know, you see how many appears to here till here. Yeah, definitely start building on a mobile device and then build on a desktop. But again, it feels like castrated to the degree, right? You could expand. For example, here's like missing space. You will have to have more space here. Honestly, you could develop a bigger play here and seeing character, maybe moving a little bit of character, enjoying just, but that'll be in vain, not serving anything. Building, self-explanatory. Let's see if we can, yeah, just showing here, I guess. Yeah, beautiful. Beautiful. Menus are just amazing. Must remember, must use for other games references. Also full size, really beautiful that they managed to generate such image, but a full size. I appreciate that. They will have beautiful images created. I already know, I already saw. World, also update, search. You can search like this. Wow. Oh, that's amazing. Zoom in. This is just because I don't have a full image of reference. I'm just using this, but they'll create their own art, so that's okay. So yeah, I will not be going that much into the details, but we're already kind of familiar with you. Leaders, also like this, also convenient. My rank, oh wow, how many people, referrals, friends. Okay, bonuses. Man, it's interesting. And airdrops. There's a new marking. It is a little bit different flavor. I really like it. So we did reviewed with you the desktop also. And then I needed to do the website. So this way we a little bit started. And you also can see I needed to do a pitch deck, which was really actually interesting, a little bit interesting to show you, to see the art and a little bit design for the pitch deck, how we can present that. They had a good information already on the side, so it was really good to build it. Yeah, and let's see a little bit of the website. So you can come here. You can see Mars will be also integrated, and you can see I have free purchases. Oh wow. This media, let me see. So we can have this information like video and everything. You can present that. Collect wallet, login. That was login. You're already familiar, I think. Blur effect, really beautiful. And then we can go to what we purchased, for example, right? I can check out, for example, how many units I have purchased, and it's really cool. I can buy them, and I can use them in a game. So, and it's the Ethereum currency, and you can check out free, and that's what's going to happen. Okay, apply. Man, it's interesting to explore that. I don't really, I enjoyed this, but I don't really, you forget things that you build. Then you can check your store items and my inventory. Okay, I have my items in inventory. These are filtering, so you can select which of these all items right now I'm observing. This could scroll up, actually, not to be fixed, but we could scroll up better. You can see the category, and I can click it. I can check it. I can go back. It's really convenient. It's clothing, and rare. So this is the rare and clothing. I don't know if this is the clothing. I don't know what's the name. But yeah, you can click it, check the information, properties, capacity, construction time, whatever. I'm just showing different parameters, how it looks like. They can put as much as they need, but this is how it looks like from the past of Ertha. Counter, for example, and just this information. Transfer to wallet, sell, and that's what happens. So you can transfer to wallet, I guess it will come here. Wow, that was interesting. What else I have? And oh wow, and it has also had an adaptation to the mobile device. So I needed to do that also in a version of the phone. And you can see my inventory. There should be horizontal. Yeah, I can check the information. And back profile, sign out. Yeah, check out. Wow, that's it, guys. That's all I wanted to present to you. I hope this was insightful. I enjoyed building this. It was really fun and impressive. Let me go back to the image. And yeah, I'm excited. Thank you for your attention. I really appreciate this. It was really exciting to present. So you can check all many other games that I built so far behind my back. I'll continue. Looking forward to build something new or play with the same multiverse. But new games, I'm looking forward to play massive mobile, desktop, whatever. I'll enjoy the process of creating, and I'm curious to show what's next, to show you what's next going to be. And yeah, stay well. This was Alien Merch with you. Have a good one.